have to play your way out of being on Hard Knocks off-season.
Learn Chinese, buddy. Konnichiwa.
It's a me.
Calling my shot now. They make the playoffs next year with Sanders as their quarterback.
Steph Curry walked so Caitlin Clark could run.
In fact, the cup should go back to Canada, where it belongs this next go-round.
No, I like to suck on him a little bit first. Make sure I get all this all done.
Where was Nick Bosa on January 6th?
Hey, everybody, what is going on? It is Tuesday night. That means it's time for another edition of Craft Brewed Sports. I am Mike. With me, as always, is Greg. Greg, how you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling all right. I'm hoping Spectrum hangs in there.
It's not great right now.
No, God. I don't understand. I have like all the bars on my computer, but the bars for the damn actual internet is they're just acting ridiculous. So I don't know.
Look at a little sketch. Wait, you're coming into focus now. It's all right. I feel like we should have just put like a fake voice on you, and you would have just been like an undercover, like just
put my picture up. Put my picture up. We'll be good.
I'll get it ready for us to go to when inevitably your internet crashes out. How was your sports weekend, man?
It was pretty good. If the Blue Jays can finish off my weekend that pushed into tonight, it'll be fantastic.
A lot of runs in that one. Wow. That's
not mad about it. Runs for the good guys. How about yours, though? I mean, it's a little rough.
Saturday was great. Tottenham won an away game. Notre Dame beat Boise State. The kids' soccer games were great, and then nothing happened on Sunday.
You turned off sports.
It was a wonderful.
Fair enough.
It doesn't matter, Scott. All the problems are fixed. Joe Flacco got signed. It's all fixed. It's done. We're good.
Dude, anytime you have a chance to get an elite quarterback from in the division, you just got to take it.
So crazy. We got to talk about that. It wasn't a rundown, but we have to talk about it because what the hell? The Browns are just like, sure, take it. You know what? We'll throw in a 6th-round pick too. Whatever. Just give us a 5th back. Whatever. That's fine. It's all good. We got nothing going on here. Yeah, but great little weekend outside of the NFL. But I already told you guys when Joe Burrow went down in week 2, I was like, I don't have to care about the NFL. I'm done. I'm out. And that was the same weekend that Notre Dame lost to Texas A&M. And I was just like, football in general is done for me. I don't have to care anymore. So that's kind of where I've been running. Mookie saying, yeah, Spectrum happened.
Is the show happening? Because Bar's also texting us saying something's wrong.
Oh, well, it says live.
Like we're live, right?
So I've got.
Yeah, I know. That's how I'm looking. I'm like, everything looks fine on my end, right?
Now Matt's saying it's not live, but I got to tell you, I'm watching on 2 machines. So
all right,
and we've got at least 2 viewers.
Gabe's saying it works for him, so fuck it, we're good.
And also, Gabe pointing out it is V-neck weather, Gabe. That's right. I went deep V today for the show. I wanted to really let's cool it down a little bit. We got to get that deep V going. And thank you, Uncle Whitey, Huey Stinkfinger. It's live. Professional show we got here, fellas. We got an awesome show tonight. We are going to talk some NFL news. I got to figure out this Mac Jones story that happened before the game for the 49ers. Just insane things happening with Mac Jones. We'll talk about Joe Flacco coming to the Bengals. Also, we're going to get to Mark Sanchez and that whole thing that dominated the news cycle. Plus,
what a horrible sports weekend for that guy.
Not a great sports Saturday for sure. Saturday night, really rough Saturday night for Sanchez. And then we got a snitch line in college football now, fellas, that we can talk to. And Scott, tonight, the NHL, the puck drops, baby. It's back. NHL season is back.
Yeah, we're back. I totally knew that too before you just said it.
Before I just mentioned it right now. Oh, you're the hockey expert. You would know.
I'm going to go with a Florida team winning it all. I'm just going to throw that out there. Just a Florida team winning it all. Early prediction.
State of Florida winning the NHL Stanley Cup. It's a good bet. It's a good bet to make. we'll look in on those odds. New Wiseguys poll, also a bare knuckle fighter, one of the greatest accessories I've ever seen. Before we get to all that, though, let's talk about these beers that we are drinking tonight. As always, we rate them on Caesar's scale, dog or no dog. Scott, what is in your mug tonight? Rated dog or no dog? And I'm keeping
I am drinking
because the camera shift and the green screen. I don't want to embarrass you. So we're just
no, you're good. I don't need to see people to see that I'm not wearing pants below this. I am drinking Third Eye Brewing Company's Get Twisted. It is their German pretzel ale, coming in at 5.2%. Oh, it's so good. I am very, very thrilled about this one because I thought, a pretzel? Like, how are we going to pull that off? But I'm intrigued. And I am very glad that I was intrigued because this is a dog. It captures the pretzel flavor perfectly. Like you're eating pretzels and beer.
I've been to Third Eye a few times, and literally every time I go, that's the only beer I'll get. I've tried a couple others. I've done a few samples.
It's
but
so good.
Beer, all night long. Nothing that they make in my mind compares to that pretzel beer. It's amazing. I've only seen it.
And I'm a degenerate. Yeah, this is in cans here, but I think that they should add chocolate and do some type of stout. I think a chocolate pretzel stout would be incredible. Incredible. But this on its own is very much a dog.
That's a great beer. In the comments section, we got Gabe saying he's drinking Big Slurp, Juicy Imperial IPA, 8.5% ABV. Says dog. It's 8:05 in Oklahoma. Still sucks. Hold on, he gets it for that one. Red River Rivalry Week. Caesar would have been all about that. He would have hit us with that to start off the show. Yes, it's
no doubt.
Still suck. Matt Barr is drinking Liquid Death Severed Lime Sparkling Water. It's a dog. Look at you, fancy. You drinking that with your pinky up, Bar? Because that seems like something you gotta be all fancy with. I've been drinking a lot of lime water lately. I've been putting lime flavor in my water, crushing a gallon a day. It's insane how much I'm drinking now. It's crazy. Very hydrated. Scott, I'm so excited for this beer. I went out this weekend to try to find pumpkins. In spooky season.
Yes.
I got to stock up for trick-or-treating. That's the tradition we have in the house. My wife and I each grab a pumpkin, throw it in the Yeti, take the kids around the neighborhood. While I was there, the Maple Warlock was on the shelf, and I wasn't. We've contended on this show that the stout is the superior pumpkin type. Like the superior type for pumpkin beer is the stout rather than the ale. So we've said it before. Warlock rivals pumpkin, anyways. And now it's got the maple. I haven't taken a sip yet. I wanted a live reaction on the show.
I'm so excited for you for this.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Is that good?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, is that good? Man, there's that pumpkin and the spices, but that maple flavor just hits on the back end.
Hey,
wow.
I got a visual for you. A visual for you. Aunt Jemima having sex with the pumpkin. Boom.
Race car.
Oh, whoa, what?
I didn't do that. I think the voice of God. The voice of God hit you with
the
that
voice of God. Damn him.
Was that's not right. I didn't do it. Right. I mean, I just heard Aunt Jemima and I was like, oh well, all right. Better get ready.
Just assumed race.
I thought it was gonna be a rap bear horn, but yeah. No, Gabe Mookie is not on camera tonight. He's the voice of God, hiding in the shadows, lurking, maybe throwing Tulane stuff in here. Who knows?
Earning some AI credits here to get this show properly transcribed and metadata tagged. You know, big things coming. So just stay tuned. Call that the teaser.
Jesse saying Greg is lagging hard. It's a spectrum thing, man. That's what we do. Uncle Whitey said that awakened something in me. Aunt Jemima and the pumpkin. And Jesse saying Elfin would smash. Let us know in the comment section what you guys are drinking. Rate it as always on Caesar's scale, dog or no dog. We know Oklahoma's not a dog. It's 8-10, and Oklahoma still sucks. Let's talk some football. Scott, this Mark Sanchez thing is crazy. The way this story unfolded on social media was the roller coaster of roller coasters that I've ever seen. Because first, I get the alert that says Mark Sanchez has been stabbed in Indianapolis and is in critical condition in the hospital. Like, what the hell? What happened there? And then everybody's like sending out well wishes and, oh my gosh, I can't believe this could happen. Outkick jumped on the opportunity to be like, well, yeah, there's a lot of fatherless black kids in Indianapolis. So is anybody surprised by this? Then the next alert comes out that Mark Sanchez is under investigation in his role in this, and he may not be the victim in the stabbing, but the aggressor. And then the story proceeds further, and it's like Mark Sanchez has just been arrested at the hospital while recovering from his stab wounds. He apparently tried to fight a 69-year-old delivery driver and tried to get into his car, and he was sprayed with pepper spray, and he kept coming, so the guy stabbed him. I'm like, this story is crazy. And then today, the news breaks that he's now facing a felony charge that carries up to 6 years in prison because of the injuries that he inflicted on the 69-year-old delivery driver. Greg, I couldn't, like, the more the news came in, the more I'm like, this story just gets wilder and wilder. How are you experiencing this drama unfolding? I don't mean to laugh at the situation, but like the twists and turns that it took cracked me up, because it was like, oh my God, thoughts and prayers to Mark Sanchez. I can't, hopefully he recovers. Wait a second. Did I say thoughts and prayers to Mark Sanchez? Hold on, let me delete that tweet back. And what the hell is Sanchez doing out here? Like, so many about faces on social media from people that just, it was mind blowing.
It would help if I wasn't drinking when all the texts were coming in, because I was so confused, much like you. But I was like, wait a minute. How can you get stabbed but being investigated? Like, what? What's going on here? In Indianapolis? Why are we in Indianapolis? Like, who the hell parties in Indianapolis? Like, what's going on in Indianapolis? I was so lost. In fact, I wasn't completely like on the same page as everybody else for everything that was happening until this afternoon when I stopped and I'm like, let me read an article. Let me figure out what actually happened here, because I still didn't know until this afternoon. And yeah, what a wild story. But it started off much like you, though. I was like, huh. I didn't go the way that everybody, there's black people, of course somebody's getting stabbed. I went the other kind of racist way in my mind. I was like, Mark Sanchez getting stabbed. I'm like, it's not even at a Dodgers or 49ers game. Like how are we getting stabbed, and how are Mexicans getting stabbed in Indianapolis? Like, that seems so stereotypical. Like, this is all wrong. And then as more news came out, and it's like, oh, it was a black guy and a Mexican guy. Oh man, wow, they're gonna have a field day with this. But somebody brown's going down. That's unfortunate. Like, it was the most. I was just all over the place with my thoughts, my confusions, and at the end of it, all I could think of is, man, there's nothing worse than getting fired and getting stabbed. I've done one of those two things, and I'm glad I didn't do both. It seems pretty awful to have both happen in the span of, like 12 hours. Just saying.
Now the dude's suing Fox and Sanchez. I don't understand how you sue Fox in this scenario. Like, Sanchez is out there to call the game. He's liquored up behind the hotel. Gabe also with the correct question. Why did they say DoorDasher first? Like, the weird things that.
Yes, I did get that part of the text too. A DoorDasher.
It's crazy. Like they just had like all these little bits and pieces of information. Like it was like delivery guy. Oh, must be a DoorDash. Like people were connecting dots in their head and just throwing it out there as facts. And it wasn't. It was like nobody knew what the hell was going on. And then just as the story unfolded, it was just wilder and wilder and wilder. He's getting fired. And Matt Barr correctly pointing out he beat that dude up so bad he's going to jail. Like the minimum sentence on that felony charge is a year. Now, granted, he's rich, so might not do any time. But the minimum
this is where you got to wear it. He's rich, but he's Hispanic. And now we get to find out which the justice system prefers more. I have a feeling ICE is going to be waiting outside of the courtroom either way.
I mean,
that time I held off. I wasn't sure.
Trying to decipher whether or not that was a race card.
Wizard God's like, one of them should be played, but I don't know which one. There's some audio played here. How do we think this ends up for Mark? Like, obviously fired, right? So do we see him? This isn't the first time that some analyst from Fox found himself in some trouble. Does Sanchez end up calling ACC games on the CW in a few years? Like, where does he end up from here, or is his career like done?
I think he's done after this. I mean, I didn't even know that he was working for Fox until this weekend, so I feel like he's done.
I guess that's a fair point. That's a fair point when you're like under the radar that much that it's like, wait, Mark Sanchez is calling games from Fox in Indianapolis? And he got stabbed? And he beat up? There's a lot of huhs that you're just like, yeah, not even the CW is like, good.
It's easy to cut bait.
We can't listen, Mark. We can't have you as the voice leading into Young Sheldon, okay? So the ACC and the CW, we're just going to have to pass on this one. We're going to have to say thanks, but no thanks. Good luck with the Mountain West, I guess.
I mean, imagine the butt fumble being not the most embarrassing thing on your resume. It could not be me. Like, I feel like if I had the butt fumble in my life at any point and I was responsible for it, I'd just lay low the rest of my life. I probably wouldn't want to get stabbed and arrested for getting stabbed. Like, no thanks.
Tank said plot twist. Trump pardons him, and in return, he becomes the new spokesman for ICE, clinking bottles with pig's breath.
He's going to be standing outside the Super Bowl. I'm waiting for Bad Bunny here outside the Super Bowl. We're gonna take him down right after he performs. This is my new gig.
He's an undercover analyst. Like he's yeah, I am here outside of the stadium. Bad Bunny. That's all. I just would like to interview him prior to the halftime show. Oh, Bad Bunny over here. Mark Sanchez, CW. Get him, go. And then ICE just
I mean, this would be a good time to bring back cops if it was just, but it's ICE. Like, get a catchy theme song. I feel like it softens the blow, right?
Just a little bit. Is this breaking news to anyone else? They got rid of cops?
I don't know. I'll be honest.
I didn't think cops were still a thing. I thought cops went off the air.
Hang on.
I figured it was like American Helmet Video, where it's always on because someone's willing to fork over, $10,000 to do it.
Well, it's not being hosted by Alfonso Ribeiro. I can promise you that.
Let's see. We're checking the old Wikipedia here. The show remains in production. Cops remains in production for its international and overseas partners. Began to film anew in Spokane County, Washington in October of 2020.
No, it's still on the air.
It's
on a pay channel. Scott, can you guess what channel it airs on now?
Where would you find
a
Fox?
pay channel?
You got to add
Playboy.
this to your YouTube.
Wait, Fox or cops?
Where was your podcast? I gave it away. I was reading and I said the word that I was reading and gave away.
Way to go. Well, I mean, I felt like it's always been on Fox, but you said guest and it's on a page, and I'm like, it'd be on Playboy.
It's on Fox Nation, the paid streaming service that you. Sarah, do we really want more cameras around cops with the way things are? Yes, we do. We need more cameras. They're not more, please. So at least this one can't be turned on.
That could be the tagline for the new show. They're not turning theirs on, so we turn ours on.
I feel like this version of cops, it's reversed. They're not running with the cops. They're running with the person running away from the cops, like filming the cops as they go. Like
this week we're with Luigi. This week we're with Luigi.
There were always those episodes where like the cameraman would tackle somebody and hold them until the cops get there. And then like this one, they're like just sitting around going, he's not resisting. He's not resisting.
Or helping him actively escape. Dude, this way.
Cameraman just sitting there looking around. No, I didn't see where he went. I don't know. Gabe said wasn't Live PD the new cops. It was. That was weird. Did you ever watch Live PD?
I did not.
It was like Cops meets NFL Red Zone. Like they were at multiple police stations at one time, and then they would go to like a central area, and they would be talking about like one of the arrests, and then they'd be like, "We go live now to Seattle, Washington with officer whoever," and it cuts into like that live camera view of that cop car. It was a wild show.
The visual and the thought of it being like an NFL Live or an NFL Red Zone. The fact that there's that much activity, because it's like we have Red Zone because, well, all these games are going on simultaneously and you never know where you have to break in. Hey, look at there's all this illegal shit happening and you never know when we're going to have to go away. We go live where body cam has just been turned on and tackle. Oh, send it out to Jim out in Spokane.
Big stop on that 4th and 1. Ooh, wow.
It's 3rd and 2.
I just got a notification that my Windows 10 support ends soon. Okay, great. Thanks for distracting me during this good time. Just everything just like started flipping around. It's like Windows 10 support ends. I'm like, okay, great. Tell me after the show.
Yeah, government. Well, that just proves the government's listening. They're like, "Hey, update this. Stop talking about our practices."
Dorian excited because AI Mookie is back in the building. We do have the voice of God chiming in every once in a while, and he says, "Now we need that unreleased Tulane footage." Scott, I wanted to talk about your boy Mac Jones because. Crazy weekend for you. Thought Mark Sanchez had a crazy weekend. Mac Jones had a wild weekend, as before the game he was doing some meditation, looked out across his balcony, saw a body floating in the water, and then as reportedly as the team was going to their bus, they saw a bunch of cop cars flying by. The coroner's office came by, so Mac Jones saw a dead body just floating in the water as he was leaving for the game. Then at the game, tons of cramping like crazy. He ate 11 bananas throughout the course of that game against the Rams, which is 10 more bananas than a normal human should eat at any given day. I think 10 more than what is recommended. And then he won the game somehow on the road with no wide receiver one, no tight end one, no defensive end one, like just a decimated team. Mac Jones still finds a way to win. What was the weirdest thing that happened to Mac Jones this weekend, Scott? Seeing a dead body, eating 11 bananas, or actually winning that game?
Eating 11 bananas and not being named Donkey Kong seems to be at the top of my list. But it's impressive when you win a Thursday night game on the road on a short week. If you're anybody, and Mac Jones did it, damn it. I am not going to talk about the conversations that Matt Barr and I have had about how Mac Jones might be out Purdying Brock Purdy. There's no quarterback controversy in San Francisco. Everything is fine. It's all good. Nothing to see here. You got to win games however you can. Platitudes, and Mac Jones might have just been the perfect quarterback for this system all along. It's the friends we made along the way. All right. I love Mac Jones.
Tank making a great point here, Scott. Seeing a dead body really sucks for your new good luck pregame ritual. Like that, now Mac Jones is going to have to turn into a serial killer because he's going to have to murder somebody to see a dead body in order to do well in the game.
Maybe that's how Sanchez was getting ready for his big call. He's like, I got to see a dead body before this big call, even if I got to make it happen.
If it's in my hands, it's as long as I see that dead body.
Like I haven't stumbled upon a dead body yet this weekend. I got to make it happen. You got to be proactive about these things.
Sarah saying it worked, so that superstition ritual gets all Dexter.
Well, I mean, he was in LA too. Is it that shocking to see a dead body in LA? Come on.
Apparently not. And Jesse pointing out, quote, on the road, that's a 6-hour turnaround trip, Scott. That's
look, on the road is on the road. Were they playing in Santa Clara? No. Then it was on the road. All right. And it's more of a home game for them than it is the Rams.
That undercuts your point. That completely undercuts your point of how hard it is to win on the road when it's more of a home game for the Niners than the Rams.
Look, dude, Mac Jones. That's all you need to know. Mac Jones. You lost to Mac Jones at home. Like, the Rams should just be relegated, right? Like, I feel like that's where we're at.
This season is weird, man. What a weird football season. I didn't look at the
This
picks.
season is nuts.
I didn't look at the picks this week. I'm going to check it right now, but I did horrible this week in the picks, as did, I think, everybody. Like, some of these results were absolutely bonkers. All right, we're going to go into the Craft Brewed Sports Pick'em lobby here.
Gabe gets me. Ooh, Mac Jones.
Fair enough. The top scorer last week in the Pick'em was Matt Barr. He got 8 games right. That's it. He got out of 15.
Yikes.
Barely half. And he led the league. I had 4 correct.
But I mean, who had the Jaguars winning a Monday night game against Kansas City?
Nobody.
Like, nobody had that shit, right?
Nobody's got that. Nobody's got that Cardinals debacle against the Titans. Who picked
that?
that?
That was so ugly.
You got to retire if that happens to you, right? Like, you drop the ball on the goal line 2 weeks after somebody just dropped the ball on the goal line. You gotta quit the game.
I will say though, I did hit the over on Jerry Jones getting fined for flipping a bird in New Jersey. So, I might not have got all the games right, but I definitely got the over on Jerry getting fined.
I just don't. I can't imagine how you can look in the mirror if you're the Cardinals after that. So, okay, if you miss the game, Cardinals are going in to score to make it 28-6 or something like that. Instead, they fumble the ball before they cross the goal line. Tennessee recovers. It might have been 28. It would have made it 28-12, I think. Anyways, regardless, the Titans then come back, and going down to potentially win the game, Cam Ward throws an interception, which is then fumbled and then booted around to where Ty Lockett could fall on it and get a touchdown to win. It's an interception fumble recovery for a touchdown to win the game. The NFL is really NFL in this year, Scott.
Just how Tennessee drew it up, bro. Like I actually didn't see that play. It's like all the talk about the drop touchdown and that's embarrassing. I didn't see the fumble, the interception fumble touchdown until this afternoon. I'm like, wait a minute, why weren't more people talking about this?
Yeah, that was like the icing on the cake of the ridiculous comeback of like it started in such an improbable manner and ended in an even more improbable manner.
Two really bad teams going up against one another to have it end like that. Seriously,
it's bizarre. Dorian, correct. The Cardinals ruined so many parlays.
Also, I gotta ask this question because do you remember the first time that it happened? Do you remember where you were when Deshaun Jackson was the first one to drop the ball before getting the end zone? And you're like, okay, like I could see it's like right there, they're trying to zoom in and figure out, well, did it cross and all this? And okay, it didn't. But you're thinking, at least I know I was like, that'll never happen again, right? Like that's really embarrassing. Somebody be that stupid and do it. Like I could see it happening once. That's now happened like a handful of times since then. Like Deshaun Jackson ushered in a just bonehead thing that people keep doing. I don't get it. Did you see when the coach for the Cardinals went just undressed?
Yes, went bananas.
Like, dude, it was crazy that I was sitting there like, oh, are we about to have like a college moment? Like you got to get touched, and is everybody going to talk about like, hey, you're not allowed to touch these guys, like these kids? Like it was very, very close. But I also understood it. I was like, man, if you do that as a pro, like getting undressed like that on the sidelines is like the least of your concerns.
Did you hold on? Did you guys not see it? He did. Apparently, fan video came out that he took a swing or did something. There was physical contact, and the NFL fined him.
Yeah, I was going to say, he like, did he get fined? I didn't see that. I saw him get like shoulder checked.
Did you see Jera also got fined $250,000 for some gesture?
Yeah. I talked about that just a few minutes ago, but it's cool. Don't worry about it.
Oh, cool. Well, yeah, it's all good. Just like old times, right?
We're back.
Mookie didn't listen when he was on camera. You think he's?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I was over here producing like a professional because we got some amazing original fan art in the Discord.
Oh no!
Is it loading? Yeah, there you go, Mike. I don't know the best way to throw that on stage, but Gabe, shout out for this amazing work in the Discord.
Scott, that's it.
Dude, do I give it to him or give the other one?
Both.
Race card.
I didn't hit that one. Mookie's struggling.
I try to stack them, but there's a delay on my end too. This is great stuff.
Dorian said ChatGPT Mookie isn't listening. Whitey said, wait, we can make fan art. Sure, Whitey. If you want to make some fan art.
You can now, man. Get into Discord and I'll pull it up on air. Since I ain't got no Tulane highlights, I can at least get y'all's work out there to the public.
Pump King. That is so damn funny. I love it, Gabe. Well done. Scott, I can't hear you, Scott. You're talking and there's no audio coming from you whatsoever. You've also like spun out a few times, disappeared. It's
yeah, I can't do anything about that.
There goes the spinning Scott again. Let's see, is he back? Go ahead, Scott. Let's see. Any audio from you? Nope, no audio from Scott. Disconnect and come back.
You know what? I bet you it's that Windows 10 update he didn't install. You better pay attention, Mike.
As he said, Mike running solo again. Yep, it's me and the voice of God above me for right now.
You know what? This is a great time, Mike, for you to give people instructions on how to join the Discord because I got no clue, to be honest.
It's yeah, I'll get a server invite out there. The link will be good for about a week. And you can join there. I'll drop it in the chat here as soon as I can. Let's try to get Greg back in the studio here while I find the thing. Greg, you're going no background. Is that the problem? Is it the background? There it is.
I don't know. Am I okay? Do I have audio now?
No,
I
can hear you now. That's good. That's a plus.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, that's cool. Now, you know what? Just put the pumpkin picture up from now on. Whenever I go audioless or whatever, just throw up Aunt Jemima.
Damn, I just removed it. Hold on, I'll get it back for you.
Mookie, drop it in the Google Drive. We'll in the show images. We'll add it from there. Scott, I want to get your thoughts on this. We'll shift gears to talk college football here because the College Sports Commission is the group that's in charge of making sure that all of the NIL deals above $600 are legit. Like they check to make sure it's fair market value and that it's a real business purpose. And it's not just somebody funneling money to a kid, Kawhi Leonard style, right? Like they're making sure that these are actual NIL deals and that the kids actually have to do something for it. And it's a legitimate contract. There's apparently like 4 people that work for this company, and that's it. They cannot keep up with the number of NIL deals they have to review. So they have resorted to a new way to try to determine how some of these NIL deals can get past them. We got a snitch line. There is now an NIL snitch line where people can call in and tip the group off for NIL deals that are a little sus, as the kids say. That's their way to do this. They're like, we got 4 people. We can't handle all these NIL deals. We can't review them all. It's holding up these kids getting paid. It's holding up these companies from getting their endorsement deals. So let's just snitch, I guess. Like we'll wait here. We'll just answer the phone, okay? That's a better option. This is going to go so poorly, Scott, right? Like this is going to backfire in the biggest of ways.
So let me get this straight. Their strategy is to be the NCAA for the last 20, 30 years. That's their strategy? Just to hope and pray that somebody calls in with a tip that they can go and investigate. I mean, I guess I'll give it to them. If it's only a 4-man group, like do what you got to do. But it seems weird to be like, we're just going to go NCAA with this. Just help us out, folks. We need your tips. And what's stopping folks from just being like, well, man, I sure do hate Alabama. I'm just gonna call in tips about their thing.
Exactly. It's gonna be Ohio State fans calling in about Michigan. This quarterback, man, yeah, he's got a no-show deal. Like what? Like the Michigan fans are pissed off. Ryan Day fucked my mom or something. I don't know. Click. And like the snitch.
Well, Ryan Day fucked my mom and she didn't pay him. Click. Wait. Hold on. That didn't happen. Don't investigate that one.
It's amazing to me. Like who thought this was a good idea of just like NIL snitch line? Because they haven't, like the articles that I read 2 different articles about it. They didn't publicize the number, but you think that's going to stop anybody? You think that's going to stop some other school? No, we're getting that snitch line. It's going to happen. Like that's going to be a thing.
Yikes, man. That's
I got an idea though.
I mean, again, I don't know what you're supposed to do with more than or just 4 people. Like a 4-man crew is just like they can't do their jobs well, even if they had everything going for them. So
a lot of contracts to read.
Seems like they don't really want to know if anything's actually going on. That's right? I mean, only dedicating 4 people. What's Big Balls doing? They gave Big Balls to head up this group. I feel like.
We got to get to some of these comments because Jesse laughed at the fair market value, Matt wanting to know if they're hiring. Sarah said, is one guy named Big Balls?
Oh, yeah. See, Sarah knows.
Jesse said, guess the NCAA doesn't know about snitches and stitches. and Sarah pointed out, so they want more work weeding out fake snitches. Yes, apparently that's what they're going for, is just like, yeah, we'll dig through your tips rather than read these contracts. Yuck. I'm not doing that. love it.
Golly, man.
I love it. It's almost like we jumped put the cart before the horse and put in rules before we can enforce them. Like we were like, no, we got to get this under control. Anything over 600, it's got to be reviewed by a panel. All right, cool. Where's the panel?
Speaking of which, just before the show though, they locked down the transfer portal window. Just before they announced, they announced it's like January 2nd to the 16th is now the only transfer portal window. So instead of
you don't have to be signed in that time, you just have to declare within that time, right?
Yeah, like that's as far as like being able to like move schools. I think it's to close the whole like, oh, there's like 3 different portals or 3 different times you can like transfer out. So it's like by the end of that January portal window, then everybody will be locked into wherever they're at for the next year.
Well,
until they decide they want to leave again.
We've officially saved spring games then, because if you remember, a lot of coaches were doing away with spring games because there was a transfer portal window right after a lot of them. So teams were like scouting kids through the spring game. And then when they realized like, oh, I'm not getting time, I'm going to hop in this portal and be done. They were snatched up like that. And it was all because they were being scouted. And like all these coaches were like, you know what? We're just not going to do a spring game. We're good. We're good on that. I don't need my kids coached down. I know what we're doing over here. I don't need somebody to do that to my kids. So we're just not going to have a spring game. Like they told on themselves so bad with that because like you can't contact the kid until they enter the portal, but they're like, no spring game because we don't want anybody contacting our kids. You know, not us that do that. We're not me, but other people. I've heard about it. So I don't want that to happen.
I like the idea though that they were just bringing him in to just straight try him out, or just like, oh yeah, kid, you might want to get in that transfer portal. Like you might want to get back in that transfer portal. You couldn't compete with the big boys here in this spring game, and so your best future is not here. Like wear the jersey for like 3 months.
That's not even long enough to earn the decal on the helmet. You still had the blank helmet.
Like you didn't even learn your teammates' names in between the end of the season in January and getting there after the spring game. You're like, all right, guys, like I'll see you sometime, I guess. I'm gonna go play for Tulane now.
The other fun thing in college football this weekend was Bill Belichick going super petty. I don't know if you saw that, but it came out that Bill Belichick told the UNC social media teams, you are not allowed to promote Drew Payne and no promotion of the Patriots. We will not be doing that. We're on to Cincinnati. Like he was just anti promoting anything New England. Dude, this is a messy breakup with Bill in New England. This is getting bad.
What a weird breakup too. My brother and I were talking about it earlier. Like, can you imagine just 2 70-year-old dudes just battling it out for like supremacy on this legacy that at the end of the day, nobody's really going to give a shit. Like at all. Like everybody's going to remember Brady and they'll be like, oh yeah, Belichick was the coach. Absolutely nobody's going to remember Bob Kraft for a single fucking thing. So why Belichick is letting himself get like played about this?
They're going to remember Bob.
They'll remember him for massages. They'll remember him for massages, but they won't remember him for anything related to this Patriots dynasty. Like how many dynasties or just long periods of success for teams are you like, yeah, I know who owned the team then. Not a single fucking one of them. Not a single fucking one of them. So if you're Belichick, you should just be like, I don't give a shit. Like,
I got the.
Like, I don't give a shit. It's whatever. Well, fine. But I mean, like, generally, like, unless you live through it, you don't remember the families for any of this stuff or the ownership. Wow, fuck you.
The bus family.
You're killing you're killing everything. Thanks. And why do you remember though? Let's say, why do you remember those families specifically though? Because when they're bad, like you remember the ones that are bad. Like we'll remember the Brown family, no doubt about that. But you don't remember the successful ones. You don't remember the owner. Nobody's gonna be like, man, those Howie Roseman-led Eagles. He signed those paychecks like nobody's business.
It's so true because it's like if you would ask me like a couple weeks back, hey, who owns the Vikings? I'd be like, I don't know.
No clue.
Vikings. If you said to me, who owns the Jets? I'd be like, Woody Johnson. He had his kids like helping out on draft night. Like,
yes. You remember the horrible owners and the disasters. You never remember the successful owners. Like, I mean, you remember Jera because he's been both, right? Like that's the exception to the rule. He gets fined on a random Tuesday for flipping a bird.
Amazing, absolutely.
Hey,
amazing.
did you guys know that Jerry Jones got fined for flipping the bird?
I was literally waiting to jump in and remind you of that. $250,000 they got him for.
That's a lot of money, though. By the way, seriously, that's one expensive ass bird.
That's a lot for a bird. I think that's excessive for a bird.
Very rarely do fines for any of these like athletes owners like make me like pause or think, damn, that's actually. But $250,000 for a middle finger. That's pretty pricey.
If he had gone double bird, would they have hit him with $500,000? Like,
ooh, I feel like you got it right.
If he was like, you know what, seriously, fuck you. They were like, whoa, we had you 250, but that second one, 500.
Dorian making a great point in the point that Jared would probably make himself. Still cheaper than paying Micah. Like absolutely, still cheaper than having to pay to play productive players. Like, don't want to do that.
Well, now hold on.
I'll give my money to the old white guys before I give it to these black players. That's for sure.
Let's be honest ourselves though. Like, clearly the Packers overpaid for Micah because Jamar Chase has more tackles than him.
Dynamite dropping, Mooger.
What a sad stat. That's such a sad stat. That and I think the Bengals had more punts than points, like up until this past week. Like it's bad, man. It's real bad. But Joe Flacco apparently is the savior. He's coming to turn it around and keep the ship afloat in Cincinnati until Joe gets back on the field. So, hooray!
How bad do you got to be? How bad do you got to be for a team in division to just be like, yeah, go, be free, whatever. You want to play against us another whatever. We don't care. We're not worried about it.
How bad do you have to be that a team would be like, you know what, we're going to take a near 50-year-old quarterback to come in for just a couple of weeks because you can't do this. You're bad at your job. Dude, the stats that I've seen on Zach Taylor's record without Joe Burrow is insane. I think he's won like 4 games. And Joe Burrow's won a lot. It's not like Joe Burrow like hasn't missed a whole lot, or he's only missed a couple games here and there. He's gone a lot. He missed a lot of playing time. He's very much made of glass.
But this is the argument that we've made for the longest time, though, is that he's in over his skis. He was never actually a good coach, but Joe Burrow bailed him out of a lot of situations. I feel like everybody but the Browns know it.
Without Joe Burrow, Zach Taylor is 4-30-1.
That's insane.
Unbelievable. Pre-Burrow, 2-14. 2020 was Burrow's ACL injury. They went 1-8-1. In 2023, Burrow's wrist injury. He missed 8 games. They were 1-7. And then so far this year, now 0-3. So much so that Scott just gave up. Scott was so sick of Joe Burrow and Zach Taylor being terrible at his job without Joe Burrow that he just quit. He quit the show mid-show. Unbelievable.
Hold on, we got something for this.
Where is it, Mook? There it is. Dynamite drop in, Scott. Well, Scott is trying to get back in here, or maybe not getting back in here. Who knows? Let's talk wise guys. But try to do this one without my audio getting all jacked up here, as it did last week. Let's get into the Wise Guys Top 10. If you haven't seen this before, this is where we give our ratings, college football, based on what really matters, and that's what Vegas is. Now everything's not streaming, it's not sharing. I don't know what's happening here. Hold on, we're gonna give this another shot.
We'll give it a shot. Yeah, I was gonna say pull up the slides and I'll.
Oh, there we go. That's why we got to get rid of that one. Now we're good. There is the Wise Guys Top 10. So if you don't know, this is where we realized anybody can rank anything. Anybody can have a ranking system and put that ranking system in place. So we did our own, and this is based on Vegas odds to win the national championship. Number 10 this week, Indiana and Texas Tech both sitting there at plus 3,500. Number 9, Penn State falls down to number 9 at plus 3,000 odds this week after losing to unwinning, definitely lost UCLA, who was 0-4 before this game. Notre Dame goes to number 8 this week at plus 2,200 odds. Their odds stay the same, but they get to move up to number 8. Number 7, Texas A&M and LSU are tied at plus 2,000. Number 6, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, and Texas, all with plus 1,800 odds to win. And Georgia at number 5, plus 900 odds. Scott, good to have you back. We're getting into the top 4 of the Wise Guys Top 10. Number 4, the U is back, plus 750 odds to win the title. Alabama at number 3 at plus 700. Oregon, number 2, plus 500. And Ohio State, number 1, plus 425 odds to win the title. Scott, we've got a non-SEC team in the top 4 for the first time this season.
Not only that, they're not split with anybody. That's shocking as well. Like,
I'm
surprised, but I'm sure it'll be eliminated by the time everything actually counts.
They're a decent ways away from Georgia, who's in that number 5 spot. But it is surprising to see the U get this kind of respect. Also really helps Notre Dame's case that their only losses are to teams within the top 5 in the AP ranking, top 10 in the Wise Guys poll. You're right, though, Scott. Eventually some SEC team is going to beat another SEC team this weekend, and they're going to jump over Miami, and it's going to be Ohio State, Oregon, Alabama, and SEC
Georgia.
team. Texas. That's what's going to happen. Texas,
yeah.
Shit. They're going to kick the shit out of Oklahoma, and everybody's going to be like, Arch has it figured out. Put them back up. They're 12. They're 12. They're just going to throw them back in because Arch has finally figured it out.
I've never been more confused about like a prodigy quarterback, just like a savant quarterback, than I have been about Arch Manning. Like week to week, drive to drive, it's different stories and different prognostications for his future. I'm just like, is he good or not? Because I don't know.
Nobody knows. And we're not going to know this year. The expectations were way too high. Everybody said he was going to come in and win the Heisman after not being able to beat out Quinn Ewers last year. Like, I thought they put way too much on him, and he wasn't ever going to live up to it. Like, unless he was the greatest quarterback we've ever seen, he wasn't going to live up to the hype coming in. So it's just been even more underwhelming than I thought it was going to be. But at the end of the day, he's making his first starts. Like, I think the kid's going to be fine. You just got to give him a little time. It is funny, though, that they think he's going like NFL. Like, after this season, he's not going to go NFL, right? He's staying in college.
There's no way. I don't think he can. Like, he's looked too inconsistent to even be a college quarterback, let alone NFL. Jared will probably take him number 1. Fuck it.
But better than that, Dakota. But
he sells jerseys. Double bird.
Jesse said, "Does Arch survive the shootout uninjured?" That's
barely.
Barely? You're going barely? I would say
I'll go
no.
barely.
I'm gonna say minor injury. Nothing long term, but at least takes him out of the game. And then Gabe correctly saying CJ Carr is better than Arch. Can't really doubt that. You can't deny that at this point of the season. CJ Carr has been very surprising in how well he's done. I did not have this kind of expectation, especially since there was a quarterback battle at Notre Dame. Like they were like, Carr might not even get the start. He might be the second string.
Okay.
And then
all right. If we're going to talk about Notre Dame, let's get down to nitty gritty. What was the broadcast? It must have been a Monday night. Wasn't there a broadcast at some point, maybe even college football, where they had a just like a coach's cam where we wondered why anybody would want to watch the coach like the entire time of the game? Like it was just one of the cams. But for Marcus Freeman, just give me the coach's cam. Like I'll tune into every Notre Dame broadcast. Just give me a coach's cam. It's like, what's Marcus Freeman doing? I don't know. Like, or updates in other games. Like I'm watching the NFL. Like let's go to the Marcus Freeman cam here on NFL Sunday. I'm here for that. Like I just want to throw that out there.
Instead of live PD, it's just Marcus Freeman, and we just
Marcus Freeman
throughout the day.
I just whatever. Like I just be watching the evening news and be like, we now go live to the Marcus Freeman cam.
Scott, you got it bad for Marcus Freeman.
God bless you. Go Irish.
I do, dude. I was sitting there the other day, just like it's so funny because sometimes I forget and I'm just sitting there. I was watching and they cut into the Notre Dame game and then they cut to him and I'm like, that's right. Like the only real reason to watch a Notre Dame game these days, guys. Like, yeah. Jeremiah Love. That's cute and all, but give me back to Marcus.
You sound like my wife.
Dude, I understand. I get it, man.
I mean, I'm not even jealous. I'm like, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Dude, not at all.
But you sound just like her. This is like every conversation. I'll say something about Notre Dame. I'm like, oh, babe, dude, this drive here. This is a big drive. She's like, hey, where's Marcus?
It's one of those that you just accept it. Just well, if I'm gonna lose in life to another guy, it's fine.
I said this is why Greg got fired. He kept trying to splice clips of Freeman in the news.
It'd be like Fight Club, only it'd be like, was that a frame of Marcus Freeman? Just a random frame of Marcus Freeman? What the hell was that?
Was Marcus Freeman doing squats? I don't understand. What is this?
I get it. I get it. All right. That's all I'm saying.
He's a handsome man. He's a very handsome man with, as Jesse pointed out, just edges, just clean.
Dude, like minutes before every game. And there's no doubt.
It's he's giving the pregame speech. You cannot convince me otherwise that he's not sitting there with the team around him getting lined up as he's telling the team before they run out and touch the play like a champion today sign. Like he is up right then and there.
I feel like the sign touches him on his way out of the tunnel, though.
The sign's like, I want to play like Freeman today.
No doubt.
I got this weird image in my head where the sign just is this animated object that that you just hear, oh.
Oh, Marcus. Have a good game today.
That was a good one. I was going to go with this one.
Moving on.
Yeah, I thought about that one too, but I don't want to take away your boys' fun. You guys are clearly having just such a good time talking about Marcus Freeman's chiseled jaw and just meaty pecs.
Dude.
Nobody said anything about those things. We were talking about his hairline, but thank you for bringing that up, I suppose. Mookie went deeper with it. Chiseled jaw and meaty pecs. Like, whoa, where'd that come from? Yes, but where?
He ain't wrong. Yeah, he's not.
No doubt. I mean, it's like absolutely.
I need Marcus's chest day routine because your boy's putting in work. Like it's impressive what he's got going on underneath that schmedium shirt. Let's talk baseball.
Here's the pitch. Oh, shit.
So warm
Scott,
in here.
Did you? Did you need another reason to hate Philadelphia and Philadelphia fans?
I did not. Never, ever.
Here's one more for you though, just for fun. So the Phillies announced that for the playoffs, they are having a 999 challenge box where you can purchase at the concession stand 9 hot dogs, 9 beers, and it comes in this fancy box. And there's even a scoreboard where you can keep a tally of how many beers and how many hot dogs you had per inning. And they put it in this fancy little display, and the cups have like the Phillies logo on it. And so I saw this come across my timeline, and I was like, that's kind of a cool idea. I like that they're leaning into it. And then I was like, wait a second. They wouldn't promote drinking 9 beers during a game. Would they? Like, they wouldn't really actually promote that. Scott, this whole thing is a sham. Those hot dogs are not full-size hot dogs. And they mentioned that this is a petite serving of alcohol, a petite serving of beer. It's not a full beer. This whole challenge is a complete sham. We're not getting regular-sized dogs or tall boy beers in the Philadelphia 999 challenge. It's like little wieners and a snifter of beer. Complete shenanigans going on here. I am disgusted at the people of Philadelphia for trying to pass this off as something cool on the internet this week.
For shame. They hit us with 9 conies and little and we got flights.
Taster. Yeah, taster.
Flights of the same beer. And seeing that, it's just like, oh, they gave me like, what's the equivalent of what? 2 bottles of Yingling? and some conies. Like, no thanks, Philadelphia. This is a losing proposition here. And I need to know, how much are they charging for this? How much are they charging for this horrible experience?
I didn't look that up.
Because I feel like that's the key here. Like, Philadelphia not only would try to get away with this, they'd also charge an arm and a leg for it. Like, it's probably like a $30 box.
$30, huh?
It's more. God bless America. I hate it here.
It's not that bad.
$54.99.
54.
Mookie, it is that bad. Don't say it's
It's
not.
worse. It's
It would
worse.
not be- listen, $55 is a decent price to pay for 9 hot dogs.
Yes,
beer.
and regular beers.
It is not a good price to pay for 9 conies
And cheeseless, chili-less conies.
and the equivalent of a Yingling and a half. This is complete garbage.
What?
This is maybe 3 hot dogs and a beer and a half. I don't think that's.
Oh God, those are. I didn't realize how small it was until I saw that can. I thought it's like, okay, look, if I'm paying $55 for 5 stadium beers, that's actually not terrible.
No,
This is the grower, not a shower challenge.
Dude, they said it's quote fun size hot dogs.
Oh, come on, boo! Fun size. That's the way you describe things to kids when you don't want them to know that you're ripping them off. This is horrible. For $54, kick rocks, dude. Kick rocks.
You know what's upsetting about this? Like, okay, cost aside,
That it's you have to eat it and drink it in Philadelphia?
well, no, beyond that, you are going to have people that are able to do this because they're mini hot dogs and swigs of beer.
Yeah.
Like, people are
They're
going
gonna say that they completed the 999 challenge.
bragging about doing the 999 challenge, and you did not. If you completed this in Philadelphia at Citizens Bank and you bought this abomination of a thing, you did not do the 999 challenge. Somebody mentioned Jesse said it best. 333 challenge at best.
At best. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
For $54. Imagine paying $55 for 3 beers and 3 hot dogs.
and thinking it's a great thing. Oh, I'm going to keep track throughout the game. But,
and you're lucky if after the first two conies and first two snifters that any of it's not just room temperature and just gross.
Oh, yeah. That's part of the 999 challenge is you got to go back and forth, right? Because with the 999 challenge, what you don't realize is you have to get your last beers before the 7th inning stretch. So you got to time things out right. Like you got to be able to get there to get those beers before they stop selling them so that you've got enough to get through. This right here, if you're not done by the 3rd inning, you're a failure. An absolute failure.
This is upsetting. Like seriously, I can't believe they tried to. I mean, I can, but imagine the people that don't know about this, right? Because I mean, we have a certain fanhood for just random shit like this. But I mean, like, imagine if you're just a regular baseball fan, you're going to the game and you see this and you think, oh man, they've got this really cool challenge, and you're suckered into paying $55 for it. And you're out here bragging about it. Like,
and you think, think you've done something. Tank, correct take. You can't steal 999 Valor with this bullshit. There is a code that needs to be upheld here. 999 means something. It means you put in the work. 9 hot dogs, 9 stadium hot dogs, 9 beers at the stadium. Not only is the 999 challenge a badge of honor because you were able to complete it and eat all that and drink all that, it's also a badge of honor that you were able to afford that. That is seriously to do a 999 challenge. It is not $55 for a warm-up snack. This is bullshit. Unacceptable for
because in this economy, you've got to be in the elite to afford a 9-9 challenge at an actual game. Like the actual 9-9 challenge be over $55, and it's pricing everybody out except for the people that have the behind the home plate seats. Like that's it.
That Matt Barr did call you out for that because he said, imagine paying $54 for 3 beers and 3 hot dogs. So a regular trip to the concession stand.
I guess, but I guess I shop a little more economically at the concession stands than paying $54 for those few things.
The all-you-can-eat tickets are perfect.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like I will find a way to not pay that much for that little amount of food. It might not be that much less, but golly, man, like that. You're how much are you paying for the box? The like bring that back up. Like how much you're paying for just this box? How much is the box worth in this 999 challenge? Like most of that 55 is going towards that box, right?
Dude, and like I said, they've got like a scoreboard on the front that you can keep track of how many you ate per inning.
You probably have to turn back in those glasses too. Like they're like, oh yeah, these glasses aren't included. Like we need you to deposit these back in before you leave the stadium.
I'm gonna need those glasses back. As a matter of fact, you're not allowed to do this at your seat. You have to stay right here.
Yeah, stand and do this.
We need to keep them glasses close by.
So gross.
I hate it, and I hate Philadelphia for doing this. Here, I'm going to pull up what the front of the box looks like for you, because here's the scoreboard that you can keep track.
Beers, hot dogs. Golly, dude. Well, how embarrassing for Philadelphia. This is why they're going home. It's right here. They sealed their fate with this. Whatever intern came up with this idea, because it's somebody young, right? Like, hey guys, this is 999 challenge. I think it would be a great opportunity for us. We get debuted in the playoffs.
Hold on, though. That intern had a pure of heart. That was a legit.
Yes, okay, fair enough.
That young kid was like, hey, what's big on TikTok is like the 999 challenge. We should do that. And they were like, yes, but how do we scam people out of it? Hot dog and kind of beer. That's how we get it.
I feel like that's the American capitalistic way. Yes, that, but how do we screw them?
I love your thinking. How do I make money off of it? What corners can be cut? Because we're not giving them full-size hot dogs. No, that's bullshit. Joe said he's going to take me to the suite just to see him try the challenge. I'm in, Joe. Let's go. I will do the 999 challenge.
I'll do this before the end of the 3rd inning.
That's what I'm saying. This challenge is not the 999 challenge. This is nothing. This is a normal trip to the ballpark, is what this is.
This is a warm-up for the real 999 challenge.
Dorian said, don't forget they're going to ask for a tip as well. Absolutely. They'll turn that little screen around. And this is just going to ask you one question here before I'm on. If we know what that question is. Don't act like
and I never feel guilty as my fingers move ever so fast to, hey, I'm not sitting down. You're not serving me. 0. And then I squiggle my name in with my fingertip. I feel no shame. None.
Do you do it quick? Do you get to the 0 quick and then scribble and go? Or
no doubt. I mean, like, I tap 0 before they can even like they're done flipping it. And my finger's already on the 0. I'm also signing like simultaneously. Like, I want them to know that, like, look, I appreciate that you're doing your job and, asking for a tip. You may not even want to do it. And it's part of the gig. But also, all you did was hand me this shit. You're not getting shit. Here's my finger to sign Gregory Squiggly, and we're moving on with life. And I don't think anything about it. Like, I don't walk away thinking, damn, no, it's like, nope, you're not getting tipped for that. I don't care. I do not care.
They open up the beer.
No. If that's a thing, let me open it myself. Just, hey, keep them bad boys cracked. I'm good. I'll do it myself. Sorry, sir, we got to open them up here. Well, then I guess you're not going to get tipped for cracking open a beer. Sorry.
You know what the best is? The Reds have a UDF, like 2 UDFs inside of the stadium. Right?
Uh-huh.
And sometimes the people will be there like at the counter, like, here, let me help you with that. And they like scan it for you to try to earn the tip. They're like, I scanned that for you. You went around here, you walked around, you picked that out of the cooler, you brought it up here, but I scanned it. So they're going to ask you a question. But there are times when nobody is available. They're helping other people and you have to scan it yourself. And the question comes up of like adding a tip. I'm like, do I get the tip if I add it? Because I did everything. I walked in here, I grabbed the beer, I scanned the beer, I paid for the beer. Do I get the tip if I add a tip? Like, is this a little refund back to your boy or no? Because that one's wild. I get like the people in the concourse stuff because a lot of times like groups raising money and they're trying to, it's.
Is it a sit-down meal? Did you serve me? Then you get no tip. Your tip is 0 for doing your job, even if it's scanning my beer or using a little bottle opener to crack it open. You get nothing, and it's nothing against you. Tell the ownership, hey, Jared's got $250,000 to flip off, folks. Tell him to tip you. All right, tell Jared to tip you.
You're saying old man segment.
That's fine. I can't afford to be here. I'm not tipping you for a beer opening.
I have had to my problem with tipping is I try to do like the math on it, but then the drunker I get throughout the night, the more generous I get. Like I do the math and then I'm like, throwing a little extra. And then I'm putting everything on the card. So then it doesn't all go through right away. So I have to watch my account for
that's the worst.
Days. And I'm like, how much did I tip? Because that was a lot of shots I bought, and I don't know how much I threw down at the end of that. Because I remember thinking the guy was nice because he told me nice V-neck, and I threw a little extra down on him. And
that's where I like the automated buttons where it's just like, all right, here's the really cheap bastard with the 10%. Here's 20%.
I don't like.
I do when I get to a point like you're saying where it's just like I don't want to do the math, but I don't want to be overly generous, but I want to be 20%. 20% is acceptable in society.
But then you got to worry about then there's the change portion because it's not a full I want it to be even. When I'm figuring out how much I spend, okay. So my new thing now is $5 flat on everything. Doesn't matter what I've got at the bar. I'm getting 3 beers. $5 tip. I'm getting
42 beers, $5 flat.
It is $5 tip every single time I go up.
I love this.
That way, I know at the end Uber rides $5 tip. 5 stars, $5. You earned $1 for every star I'm giving you.
Fancy fucking restaurant, $200 bill, $5 tip. It does not matter. We apply it across the board, baby. I'm in. I am in, Mike. You've converted me.
Some people really make out. Some people not that great. Some people are saying
you know what's funny though? I've done something like that, like similarly, where it's just like I'm just gonna do a standard thing, and it's just like some people are gonna make out really like even when you do like. Because I mean, a lot of times I'm like, tipping. I either go overboard or I determine it's either all or nothing for me on tipping. I either feel like you earn the tip and here you go, or I'm hitting 0. And so sometimes, like a bartender or somebody is just like, got a couple of drinks. I'm hitting the 20%, not thinking anything of it. It's like that's a lot of money compared to what you paid. Other people, you got me 5 beers, but you had a little bit of attitude, or you're a little slow, or I don't really feel like paying you, and maybe you get a 0. I feel like it's if when you go to a place and they're like, oh, well, it's not really going to me, it's like I'm tipping the collective. All of my services will add up to 20% by the end of the year. Some people are going to get more. Some people are going to get less. Some people are just going to fucking hate me because I didn't tip them at all. But you know what? By the end of the year, I will have tipped 20%. How about that? And this is why increasingly more when I get asked, well, I don't eat out much to begin with. But when it's like, hey, what do you want for dinner? I'm like, I don't know, man, but I just don't want to go somewhere where I got a tip, or where I feel like I got a tip. So at Corrito, if they're turning that thing around me, yeah, you folded that burrito and whoop, you got a 0. You didn't do anything other than your job.
Your job.
That's how I roll, man.
At the bar, are you tipping by the bill total or how many drinks you got? Because that I feel like that's a scam.
I usually do bill total.
See, that's the scam because you get 1 beer at some of these bars and it's like $8. It's like, well, now I'm tipping on $8, but you just grabbed me 1 drink.
Well, okay, but I mean, in something like that, yeah, I guess. But when you're usually talking, like if I'm tipping at a bar and I'm like, okay, it's on getting a tab, like I assume that I at least had them go back 2 or 3 times, right? So I gotta go. But if it was on 1, when I do I'm just getting this 1 drink and close on my tab. Oh yeah, no, fuck you. You're getting like $1 or 2. Like you're getting tipped on that 1 beer, and it's probably gonna be under 20%. I don't give a shit.
Joe wants to know if there's an automatic 18%.
18%. That's all you get. Easy. Don't give me. Hey, you do not give me an option that is lower than what society deems acceptable. I will take it every time. Oh, 18%'s added on? Well, that's all you're getting. Absolutely not a single cent more. That's standard. It says right there on the menu. I'm just doing what I got to.
Okay, so I feel like a dick sometimes when I don't add on to the included gratuity, but there are times when I don't. Like there are times where I won't add on, but I feel like a dick, and I feel like a dick to actually write the 0 and then sign it. Like, so I'll do the line, and then that makes me feel better about. Because I feel like it's a point. If I drew the 0. I had a message behind that. If I just
it was malicious.
No, this is already included. This is, that's hey, thanks. Yeah. But if you took the time to write the 0, that's fuck you. This is you're a penny more.
Hey, look, I get Carrie Strug with it when it comes to tipping folks. So whatever mental gymnastics I got to do with that to make me feel like a decent person when I walk out, I'm gonna do it. Drawing the line, been there. Drawing the 0, been there. Whatever it is, as long as I'm like, hey, I'm going to sleep good tonight, I do what I got to do. Even if it's, hey, sometimes I've been like, well, I don't want to leave a line or a 0. I'll just pretend like I forgot and just not, I won't even sign it. And then it's just like, it's dangerous. It's a dangerous game, but the worst they can do is take out that general gratuity. Like, I've never had anybody take out like an extra amount.
You can't leave that tip line blank. You have to do something in there. Because
I've done it again, trying to sneak one past the goalie, and I've gotten hit with zeros, or I've gotten hit with the default, like this was a 10% thing, like whatever, like.
But no, I'm saying
the default is funny.
There's included gratuity, and you've got the line. You can't leave that line blank.
Yes, when they include
you have a line or a zero. You have to, because otherwise you get some nefarious server who just writes in a little 100 and adds a 1 in front of your total. Bam.
Yeah, that's never happened to me. But also, I would
just saying it could. Good. There's some
I'm devious enough to come back and be like, I got a handwriting expert here, and I can promise you that I did not write that $100. I actually paid this man $1,000 to determine that that's not my handwriting, so that I don't have to pay you the $100 tip. It's all about principles at that point, baby. That's the level of petty I am.
We got a loan to get this man.
Yes.
To prove that those three numbers were not written by me. Text that thinking about going back to just cash for tips. $1 per beer, $2 if you're actually friendly. I think that's a solid plan. Joe says he usually does the greater of $1 a drink or 20%, whichever one is higher. And then Tank said trying to figure out how to tip for DoorDash.
Yeah.
Nightmare. Am I supposed to tip on the bill or the distance? Man. Also, I ain't tipping you above $12 no matter how much food you're bringing me.
He's got a point though, because like DoorDash has like their delivery fees, and then there's like DoorDash has gotten extra confusing. And I feel like no matter what I tip, none of it's going to the actual person who brought me my food.
I will, when it comes to DoorDash, frustrates me. Do throw in extra because I feel like DoorDash is stealing tips from the drivers. So I will always go heavy.
And that's where I feel like at the end of the year it all comes out even. I'm like, look, I heavily tip DoorDash. Maybe you should think about working for DoorDash because they got 40%. You're getting 0. Hey, it ends up 20% by the end of the year, baby.
Oh shit! How are we feeling about the playoffs, Scott? Are you enjoying yourself so far?
I am. I will say though that after the super celebration that was the Mets not making it in, a little bit of a lull because you got to wait, and it's like, all right, then New York made it past Boston. That was very unfortunate. But we did have the Dodgers and the Phillies meeting up, which meant that one of the teams that I hated was going to be eliminated. So there's that. Now knowing about this hot dog thing, I feel better about Philadelphia maybe going out first. Like I feel like that's just the universal karma coming back to kick them for, they clinched real early in the month of September. Everybody, kind of forgot about them. The Dodgers. Perfectly fine with Philadelphia losing when they're going to lose. I think the most interesting part of the whole thing has been the Cubs and Brewers. Because I feel like nobody gives a crap who wins that series, but whoever wins that series is the most dangerous. And like,
dude,
I've doubted the Brewers every which way across this entire season, and they look legit.
I haven't doubted them only because I've seen them play so much throughout the year and watched them just kick the Reds' ass all over the place. They're unreal, man. It's an unreal team, and Pat Murphy and his raccoon ways, pulling out pancakes out of his pockets. Like, there's something about that team, man. There's something about that squad that they are just it feels like it's their year.
I mean, it's 6-0 for the Blue Jays over the Yankees in the third inning. That's amazing. Like, I could have minor gripes about Detroit not doing their thing, but because we're SeaUsRise here on the show, I'm all about that. Like, Seattle winning. Like, these playoffs, every playoffs are different, and I have to assess. It's like, all right, Braves are out. So what do I got to look for? I got to look for all the teams that I don't want to win, knocked out as soon as possible. Like, we got to get New York out of there. That looks like that's going to happen. We're going to get one of Philadelphia and the Dodgers. That, you know, that was inevitable. I mean, by the end of the night, it could just be the Dodgers, the only team left that I don't want to win the World Series. I feel like that's pretty good. But considering last year was a World Series where I lost no matter what, I will take the chances that the Dodgers might be the only team left standing that I have to root against in a couple weeks.
Do you realize what the roster was in Seattle the last time they won a playoff game at home?
Jeez.
First of all, do you know when the last time was they won a playoff game?
I'm just thinking off the top of my head. It would have had to have been that 95 playoff game with the junior slide in at home against the Yankees.
Nope. It was a little bit later than that. It was 2001 was their last
okay.
playoff.
And you know why I didn't think that team won anything is because they blew the doors off and set the record for wins at 116 at the time and then promptly lost in the first round.
No, they lost in the ALCS. They beat
was it the ALCS? Okay.
Yeah, they beat Cleveland in the division series, but then lost to the Yankees in the ALCS and got trounced 4-1. But dude, this roster, oh my god!
Brett, your boy Brett Boone was on that roster.
Dan Wilson, pitcher. John Olerud playing first base.
Yikes.
Brett Boone at second base, Carlos Guillen at shortstop, David Bell at third base, Al Martin in left field, Mike Cameron in center field, Ichiro Suzuki in right field, and Edgar Martinez as your DH.
It was such a weird record-setting group. I remember that much. And as you rattled off the names there, I'm just like, geez, man, that team won a record amount of games. How did that happen?
Jamie Moyer
was like the ace of staff.
Freddie Garcia. Holy shit, they had Arthur Rhodes in the.
Now I was gonna say Arthur Rhodes was the closer. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that was the weirdest great team that I think I've ever seen because nothing about the names on the back of the jerseys matched the overall roster. But then the finish did. You're just like, oh, okay. Yeah, this team not winning it all makes total sense because they didn't feel like they should be them.
Norm
Charlton was on that team? Jeez, man. 2001.
I guess he had one game. One game.
Was he like a middle reliever at that point?
Yeah, he couldn't have been in the. Well, he was a reliever and closer in Cincinnati. He just.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
Man, what a squad that was. The Mariners. It's so great to see them do good. I want them to make a run because just for the.
How about a Mariners Brewers World Series? America wins. America needs a Mariners Brewers World Series. I feel like that should be a thing. We can all get behind that.
It is one of those though that like everybody would be like, hell yeah, Mariners Brewers, that's the one I want, and then ratings would
nobody watch it. Yeah, no. but I will say though, like it was months ago that I mentioned it. The Mariner or the Brewers doing as well as they were. I did say like, and it still has a chance to happen. And as good as they've been playing, like. How wild would it be if they finally got their first one the same year that Uecker passes? Like, I feel like this is one of those like magical type things where you're just like, if it was ever gonna happen.
What a bad time for Uecker. Like, couldn't hang on just a little bit longer.
I know. I think about that too, where you're just like, whenever anything happens like that, where they're like, hey, we're dedicating this to this person, and it generally is like somebody who has never seen it. Because like even like Vin Scully, it's just like all those years he spent like watching the Dodgers be terrible or not winning post 89, and then he passes away before they do it. It is kind of ironic, but also really cool. Like if they did it the same year that Uecker passed and all the things that he meant to that franchise, like, and this ragtag ass crew, like very Uecker-esque, I guess. Like seriously, like this would be a team that Uecker loved because like who's the superstar on this team? They don't really have one.
Their trash panda of a manager. That's the superstar on the team.
Yeah, seriously. Pat with his pocket pancakes.
And pizza. He's shoving pizza that he stole from people in the hotel. I get this pizza hotel. Yeah, people just set it out there. It's like, hey, look at that, free pizza. Crazy. All right. I want to talk, Scott, because I know this happened today and you were pretty pissed off about it. We're going to vamp for another 13 seconds so that neither of us gets hit with the overtime drop.
Miller for 3. Oh, he backed it in. We're going to overtime.
If you're going to take all the fun out of it, I'm going to cheat. I don't know why that surprises you, though.
You shot early.
It doesn't, but I got to tell you, I had just clicked over into media assets and was finding it. And then Mike's like, well, we're not going to do it. And I was like, all right, fine. And like, as I was resigned to, all right, we're going to be noble about this. Here comes Mookie. Like the timing was impeccable on that.
In complete transparency, I had tried to set you up. Like you were talking about I'm like, oh, he's gonna walk right in.
I stopped talking and looked at the clock and was like, did this motherfucker set me up? I thought about it.
You stopped with a minute to go, and I was like, wow, damn. I don't have enough time to set up anything else now. Let's talk basketball.
Boom shakalaka.
The decision part.
Is that like Ignition Part 2?
No, there ain't nothing fresh and hot at the kitchen on this
No.
one. I promise you that.
If you missed it, LeBron James tweeted out yesterday the biggest decision since the decision part 2, October 7th, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern. It's a picture of what looks like the setup from when he made his announcement that he was taking his talents to South Beach. So everybody's wondering, what is this decision? Is he retiring? Is he going to announce that this is his last year? Is he trying to leave LA? What's going on? Ticket prices spike in Los Angeles because they think this is the retirement tour and everybody wants to see LeBron in his final year. And he's selling Henny. Like that was the decision. The decision was, I'm in the cognac business now. Why does this man have to be so corny, Scott? Why?
I hate this for two reasons. One, that he's tone deaf enough to not realize that like this was a bad idea to pull again, like even as a stunt. Like nobody said like, hey, you know, maybe you shouldn't do that. Like people are gonna like, he knows the power of his words and his actions. Like he knew how social media would react. And two, I'm mad at myself because yesterday when this came out, like for a brief moment, I thought, what if this is just some type of ad? Like, what if this is just some bullshit thing that he's doing and it's going to be, and I would have never in a million years, if you were like, hey, like, what's it going to be an ad for? Like, what's it going to be a publicity stunt for? Like, I would have thought it would be something more unique, more private. Instead, he went with like the blackest thing that you could do. This man legit came out and was like, and then it was early too. Like Henny dropped it early, like the first time something like it wasn't on CP time. How funny is that? Like Henny was ahead of the game. Here's the announcement's gonna be made 12 Pacific time. We got it all lined up to go. Henny was like, nah, fuck that. We'll just announce it an hour early.
10:37. And guess what? Year 23 loading. Like what? I was so confused because people were talking about the decision, and I was like, no, that's not until 12 o'clock. You guys you got fake news because there's no way it's this early. And I was like, oh my God. They just went out. They were like,
you know what would have been better? You know what would have been better? If this was the way he was going to go, is if the announcement that they were bringing back Old English was like, that was the announcement. Like LeBron had revived the brand and was like, for the culture. I'm bringing back Old English. Like
It's not gone.
that would have been the move. Instead,
It's
this
not
is a
gone,
fact.
man. It's not
Mookie.
gone. We got it at my Kroger.
Mookie
It's
sent
there.
me a
It's there.
picture of Old English on the
What?
shelf. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
This is like the lies we heard about Pumpkin, only making the Warlock version and only having Maple. Like astounding.
There was
out there.
like because I even said to Mookie, "Hey man," because he posted in the Discord he was going to do a mimosa with beer, but he thought it would be gross, and I was like, "Too bad you didn't have Old English. You could have made a brass monkey." And boom, sends me a picture of Old English at the grocery store. Crazy.
It's wild. But again, I will say it reeks of like I want to like LeBron. Like I am not a LeBron hater. I don't the animosity with the Jordan thing, whatever. I long ago decided that Jordan was just better, and I'm just going to enjoy LeBron for who he is and what he is and how he plays and just separate the two in my mind. But every time I want to do that, LeBron does things like this where it's like, dude, you want to be liked so much, but yet you trip over your own 2 feet at every chance you get.
Every time it's like, dude, just be normal. Like, normal, please. I like LeBron. I'm from Northeast Ohio. I watched him play in high school. Like I followed his career in high school. We're the same age. We graduated the same. Like I like this dude, but he's so goddamn
He makes it hard.
He's so
He makes it
cool.
hard,
I'm just
man.
Like, man, like there's
He
something
can't do anything just regular. Like if he had just thrown out like, "Hey, I'm partnering with Henny. Like I'm doing this." Like it would have been whatever. He'd have been like, "Oh, that's cool." Like the jokes instead would have been like, "Oh, Henny, like LeBron. Like of course that's like a perfect match. Like why not?"
I get why he did it, right? And I don't necessarily blame this all on LeBron. I think
I was gonna say I get more why Hennessy did it.
Yeah, this is more drumming up stuff for Hennessy. Like this reeks of a marketing firm from Hennessy that was like, "Here's what we're gonna do."
Yeah.
Decision, but at some point,
he has the power to like stop it.
I'm not doing that. Like he's probably like, "Oh, good idea, guys. That's a good idea."
And that's why that's why, because it's like LeBron, you could have stopped this. You have the power to prevent this from happening. You have the power to just be like, "No, here's what we're gonna do," whatever it may be. And yet he's on board. He co-signs this.
There's none of his friends that's stepping up to be like, "Dude, bad luck. I wouldn't."
Where's Maverick? Maverick's off with his girl. He's off with Adele. He don't care no more. He's like, whatever. Give it to him. The voice of God, give it to him.
I give it to my damn self.
I was gonna say
he won't respect that joke.
But yes, like maybe that's the case study we need to be doing. Where I mean, yes, I guess some of the crazy things happened before, but it's like, has he really lost his way since Maverick found Adele? Like maybe they can be a conspiracy theory or something where Maverick's just like, "Look, I don't even know LeBron no more. Like I went popular. I got me somebody famous and I'm out." Like
I am over here. I found a bunny from the snow, and I don't mess with this man no more.
I just golly, dude. It frustrates me. Like I really want to not be irritated with things LeBron does.
It's just corny, and like the reason why it worked, and I think that's why I'm so upset about it, because it did work, and the reason why
everybody was talking about
is we all figured this is something he would do to get eyes on him for his retirement.
Yeah.
Made sense that, like, yes, you would be the type of person that would do the Decision Part 2 to announce your retirement tour and have this whole show of it, and then we all have to watch your tour. Like, that is the type of guy that you have shown yourself to be. And to then do something like stupid, like a commercial.
Hold on, Dorian pointing out that it was Rich Paul with Adele.
Oh, it is Rich Paul with Adele. Yeah,
to be fair, I thought Maverick and Rich were the same person. They all look alike. I'm not even gonna lie, they do. They're LeBron's crew. They all look alike. Like, I didn't know.
Race card.
Well deserved. I don't care. I'm perfectly fine with it. They all look alike. But whichever one it is no longer in his corner and should be.
Let's talk some hockey.
But hey, as they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
We're gonna do this one quick because I do have one more story after this that we got.
God, it's fitting that we're going to hockey. I know all the black players. I don't know any black players.
This got the season kicks off tonight. This is the first time we get to see the Utah Mammoths in action this season because last year they were the Utah Hockey Club. If you remember, they had the whole search for a new mascot, and they put
the Yetis. Yeah,
Yetis.
I'm calling them the Yetis.
Everybody wanted them to be the Yetis, but there was a trademark battle, and they were like, are we going to be able to sell merchandise? No, because Yeti Coolers has the trademark for merchandise, and we can't. They were going to infringe on them, and it's going to be a legal battle. So they abandoned the Yetis, and they went with the Utah Mammoths. Sweet logo. They got a sweet logo, but now
that logo is sweet.
They ran into some more legal trouble because apparently there's a company that sells hockey bags called Mammoth Hockey, who is now suing the Utah Mammoths because they were like, hey, we own the trademark for Mammoth as it relates to so like the thing you did with the Yetis and avoided because you didn't want to deal with that, now you got to deal with us, the Mammoth. We brought this shit up from a Kickstarter, baby. We're gonna sue the shit out of you. Yeti's got all the lawyers. We got all the time, motherfucker. All right, we're taking you down. So now there's an injunction.
The idea that this was happening with Yeti and all the controversy and them worrying about this, and the Mammoths are just sitting there like getting all their ducks in a row. They're calling up the World Wildlife Foundation. They're like, yo, hey, we got one coming just like y'all did. Like, we're not going to wait in the weeds for like 30 years. We're going to go for it right now. But like, what did you need to do to make sure that you clamp down on this? And the World Wildlife Fund's like, oh, we got you.
I just love the idea of somebody inside of the Utah Hockey Club that was like, fuck, we can't get the Yetis. We can't get the trademark. Just go with the Mammoths. So should we check the trademark? No, fuck it. We're deadline. Go. And then they were like the Mammoths. And then like this company was like, ha ha, bitches.
Gotcha. Oh.
And it's
what an unforced error.
So like they've had to have seen it before. Like this isn't like, oh, we sell, pumpkin spice candles in New Hampshire. Oh, well, that's that.
It's not like they were the World Wildlife Foundation and that had nothing to do with wrestling, and they would just suddenly pop up out of thin air. Like that one, again, after 30 years, was a little bit of a shocker.
I was so confused by that. I'm like, wait.
I was so mad. I was like, wait a minute. Isn't there some type of like limit here? Like after a while, like doesn't it just go away? Like you can't just sit on this forever and then be like, you know what? By the way, WWF is ours. We know that you've been running around using that for your entire existence. We chose now. I'm glad they chose it after I stopped watching, though, to be fair.
They're like, how much are you worth now? Oh, okay. Guess what? Boom. Lawyer. That's all. We weren't going to worry about you when you were this little pissant company, like trying to come. Now you're worth a little something. We know we're going to get paid out. Utah Mammoths. We'll see if they stay the Mammoths. All right, real quick, we're gonna talk.
Wait, well, what's the backup? Like, what finished in third? Like, if it was Yetis, Mammoths, like, what's the other option?
Mormons.
Okay, so the Utah Sogans. I'm in. The Sogans.
The Sogers.
Yeah, like, come on. Like, who's gonna? There's no way that anybody's gonna get a copyright on that.
The announcer gets on the stadium at the start of the third period. All right, Utah fans, everybody on your seat.
Time
Let's
to
get
soak.
soaking. We want to shake that rink, everybody.
They could be or they could be called the groomers. Like what was the kid from BYU that was getting groomed by his babysitter? It wouldn't be bad.
Cooper Flag.
Yeah. There you go.
He's not from. He's not.
Oh, it's
from
Duke.
BYU.
Oh, it's Duke.
Hey,
Yeah, it's Duke.
But he was from Utah.
He's a Mormon. Yeah, he's a Mormon. Like, okay, so but he's NBA. Like, did he bring his Did he take her to Dallas? Like, that's
I don't know.
I'm googling this. We must find out.
It's time to soak.
When the lights go down and the strobe lights come on.
Matt Barr saying jump from crisscross is definitely the stadium. Oh, Flag's from Maine. We might have messed that up. It's not. It might not be Cooper Flag. All right, let's switch gears here real quick. I want to talk about fighting boxing. It's bare knuckle boxing. So bare knuckle boxing is still a thing. Conor McGregor is involved in it and promoting it. And
Gabe coming through with the Kyle Filipowski.
Kyle Filipowski, that's who it was. All right. So bare knuckle boxing still a thing. Bare knuckle FC. It was around for a little bit, and then it kind of went quiet. Now Conor McGregor is involved, and it's becoming a big thing again. But there was a former UFC lightweight challenger, Carl Roberson, that fought this weekend, and he went a little viral. And it's not because he got knocked out in the second round. It's because Carl fought with an ankle monitor on. In the bare knuckle FC. Just with the old ankle monitor hanging in under his sock.
That's a unique look.
Apparently, the dude got popped back in 2023 for grand theft. He was part of a group that stole $200,000 worth of jewelry from a home and was found with some of the stuff that was stolen, and was arrested and sentenced to house arrest monitoring, apparently, because this isn't house arrest when you're in the ring with your ankle monitor on. Scott, have you ever seen anything like this?
No, and I'm really upset that he couldn't reach out to Nike and get a custom shoe to make that look a little sleeker. It's just pulling down on that on the top of the shoe, ruining the structure of the shoe. Come on, Nike, do better. This is an advertising opportunity, and you completely dropped the ball.
I just realized as you said that, Scott, my man has Nike shoes and Reebok socks on.
Yikes!
You think he's rocking Adidas shorts and
no doubt. Whatever he could find.
Sponsor me. I'm clearly responsible.
I gotta check in with my PO right after this match. Who wants some?
Tag said it's insane how Conor shows up to those press conferences, obviously coked out of his skull. That's just normal Conor, I think.
I was just gonna say, I don't even notice anymore. I don't remember the last time I saw him not coked up.
It's weird to see Conor not coked up now. That's just his state of mind now. There you go.
Isn't he running for president of Ireland or something?
He gave up the bid. You have to have a certain number of people that back you. And he could not get anyone to back him. So he was like, I have decided to step down from the race. And everybody was like, well, yeah, that's because nobody wanted you here. So bye.
I've pulled out of being president of Ireland too, just in case anybody was running for just this week. Couldn't find anybody. I had a couple of folks who were willing to back me, but it was mostly just Hennessy. And so I pulled out. We got a decision coming later this week.
Let's talk about the beers that we're drinking.
Oh, shit. I was drinking Third Eye Brewing Company's Get Twisted, their German pretzel ale. So delicious, so good. Like I said, I think that the only thing that we need to achieve here is adding chocolate, making it some type of stout, and doing a chocolate pretzel ale. I think that would just tip the scales immeasurably. But on its own, Get Twisted it's such an easy drinker too. Like I enjoy that part of it. So definitely a dog.
I like that one. I was drinking Southern Tier's Maple Warlock, the sister brother to Pumpkin. This maple variant is amazing. I already liked Warlock. Love this. This takes it to a whole new level. Absolute dog. Also,
not what I was going for. There we go. The official sponsor of Craft Brewed Sports tonight, Aunt Jemima Pumpkin. Get it while it's hot.
I can't say anything because it's going to be a race card, so I'm just not going to say anything.
That's why I handled it. We're good.
Appreciate you, man. That's good though. That Maple Warlock is good.
Isn't it though, dude? It's so good.
This was a show, man. This was a show.
Yeah,
we did a show. The cops tangent was gold. I forgot we talked 10 minutes about cops and live TV
in 2025.
Mookie, the voice of God, for chiming in and pressing buttons when you weren't supposed to. We appreciate you, man. Shout out to all of you that tuned in and commented and shared and trying to listen. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here every single week. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Lots of fun stuff planned. I got some stuff that I'm cooking up. There's a little hoax thing that I'm looking to unveil on the socials here soon. Be sure to follow at Craft B Sports, TikTok, Instagram. We're still on X. We're in our Facebook. You can join us in the group there, or join, as Mookie would say, the Discord. I will put a link in the chat after the show to join the Discord. You guys can join up if you're not already there. It is a good time. It's a group chat basically with the live show chat. Amazing time for this. Thank you guys so much. We will see you all next week. Cheers, everybody.
Imagine this, a three-way. Me, Aunt Jemima, and the Snow Bunnies.
You'll never walk alone. Hook 'em.
I don't know much about your show or what's going on.